Today, we revisit Dynasty, the glamorous and dramatic series that captivated audiences with its intrigue, unforgettable rivalries, and larger-than-life characters. Over the years, many of the incredible talents who brought that dazzling world to life have sadly passed away. Whether they were central figures or appeared for just a brief moment, every actor left a lasting impression, a spark that stayed with viewers long after the screen faded to black. John Forsythe, the beloved American stage, film, and television actor who brought elegance, charm, and a commanding presence to audiences around the world, passed away on April 1, 2010, at the age of 92, after a long struggle with cancer and complications from pneumonia. He is most remembered for his iconic role as Blake Carrington, the powerful and shrewd patriarch on the 1980s primetime soap opera Dynasty, a character whose authority, wit, and charm made him the anchor of the show, while also captivating audiences as the unseen, sophisticated voice of millionaire private investigator Charlie Townsend on Charlie's Angels, guiding the three crime-fighting women with calm wisdom and assurance, and earlier as the charming, devoted single father Bentley Gregg in the sitcom Bachelor Father, where he charmed viewers with warmth and gentle humor. Born John Lincoln Freund on January 29, 1918, in Penns Grove, New Jersey, he grew up in Brooklyn during the hardships of the Great Depression as the eldest of three children to Blanche Matterson and Samuel Jeremiah Freund, a Wall Street stockbroker, and was raised in the Jewish faith. His early years were shaped by discipline and resilience, and he developed a love for both sports and performance, becoming the public address announcer for Brooklyn Dodgers games at just 18. A role that gave him his first taste of performing for a large audience. Against his father's wishes, Forsythe pursued acting, making his Broadway debut in productions like Mr. Roberts and The Tea House of the August Moon, and later appeared in films such as Destination Tokyo, The Trouble with Harry, and Alfred Hitchcock's Topaz, where his talent and presence began to shine on the big screen. He joined the first class of the Actors Studio, refining his craft and earning a reputation for professionalism, charm, and dedication. Forsythe's television career would later reach legendary heights with Dynasty, earning him 3 Emmy nominations and 2 Golden Globe Awards, while his role in Charlie's Angels became an iconic voice remembered by generations, symbolizing sophistication and guidance. Outside of acting, he was a devoted family man, a passionate supporter of thoroughbred horse racing, and admired for his kindness and mentorship in Hollywood. In his final years, he lived quietly in Santa Ynez, California, surrounded by loved ones until his passing, leaving behind a legacy of unforgettable characters, an inspiring dedication to his craft, and the memory of a voice and presence that will continue to resonate with audiences for decades. Diahann Carroll, the beloved American actress and singer who brought elegance, grace, and pioneering charm to generations of audiences, passed away on October 4, 2019, at the age of 84, after a long battle with cancer and other health complications. She is fondly remembered for her groundbreaking role as Dominique Devereaux, the glamorous and strong-willed half-sister of Blake Carrington on the primetime soap opera Dynasty from 1984 to 1987, where she became the first prominently featured African-American character in a primetime soap, taking on Joan Collins' Alexis Carrington in a fierce, unforgettable rivalry, while also inspiring countless viewers with her presence and charisma. Born Carol Ann Johnson on July 17, 1935, in the Bronx, New York City, to John Johnson, a subway conductor, and Mabel Falk Johnson, a nurse, Diahann grew up in Harlem, where her parents nurtured her extraordinary talent by enrolling her in dance, voice, and modeling classes. From a young age, she showed remarkable poise and determination, winning modeling contests for Ebony magazine by age 15 and performing in TV talent shows like Arthur Godfrey's Talent Scouts, which launched her career. Her early work on Broadway in House of Flowers at age 19 and her film debut in Carmen Jones' 1954 alongside Dorothy Dandridge showcased her versatility as both a singer and actress, and she continued to break barriers with Porgy and Bess 1959, Paris Blues 1961, and later her Academy Award-nominated performance in Claudine 1974, portraying a resilient Harlem mother raising 6 children, a role that displayed both her emotional depth and commanding screen presence. Carroll's television legacy was cemented by Julia 1968 to 1971, where she played Julia Baker, a widowed nurse raising her young son, becoming the first African-American woman to star in a non-stereotypical role on American TV, winning a Golden Globe and earning an Emmy nomination, breaking racial barriers and paving the way for generations of Black actresses. Throughout her career, she continued to shine on stage, in films, and in television, appearing in Grey's Anatomy, White Collar, Having Our Say, The Delany Sisters' First 100 Years, and portraying Norma Desmond in the musical adaptation of Sunset Boulevard, while her nightclub performances and recordings highlighted her multifaceted talent. Beyond her art, Carroll faced personal trials, including multiple marriages, the tragic loss of her third husband in a car accident, and navigating love and life in the public eye. Yet she remained graceful, resilient, and committed to her craft. Her final years were spent quietly in Los Angeles, surrounded by family and friends, leaving behind a legacy of artistic brilliance, trailblazing courage, and the inspiration of a life that shattered barriers, transformed television, and continues to resonate with audiences worldwide, making her a true icon whose memory will forever endure. Kate O'Mara, the beloved English film and television actress who brought warmth, wit, and extraordinary charm to generations of audiences, passed away on March 30, 2014, at the age of 74, after a courageous battle with ovarian cancer. She is perhaps best remembered as Caress Morel, the scheming and ambitious sister of Joan Collins' Alexis Colby in the hit American soap opera Dynasty, a role that made her a household name and showcased her brilliant talent for playing complex, unforgettable characters with sharp intelligence and a captivating presence. Born Frances Meredith Carroll on August 10, 1939, in Leicester, Leicestershire, to actress Hazel Bainbridge and RAF flying instructor John Carroll, Kate grew up in a theatrical household that nurtured her love for performance. Her younger sister, Belinda Carroll, also became an actress. From a young age, she faced challenges, including being expelled from a convent school, but her determination never wavered. She trained at the Ida Foster School and initially worked briefly as a speech therapist before fully committing to the stage, making her professional debut in a 1963 production of The Merchant of Venice. Over the years, she built a remarkable career in theater, television, and film, performing in Hammer horror films The Vampire Lovers and The Horror of Frankenstein in 1970, and taking on iconic stage roles such as Elvira in Blithe Spirit, Katharina in The Taming of the Shrew, Lady Macbeth in Macbeth, Cleopatra in Antony and Cleopatra, Goneril in King Lear, and portraying Marlene Dietrich in Lunch with Marlene in 2008. On television, she held regular roles in The Brothers from 1975 to 1976, Triangle from 1981 to 1982, and Howard's Way from 1989 to 1990, and became a fan favorite as the Doctor Who villain the Ronnie, appearing in 1985, 1987, and 1993. Despite her professional successes, Her personal life was marked by deep tragedies, including the heartbreaking death of her elder son, Diahann, in 2012, and the difficult relationship with her younger son, Christopher, who had been given up for adoption in his infancy. Kate married twice, first to Jeremy Young and later to Richard Willis, but both marriages ended in divorce, and she faced periods of profound loneliness and depression, which she overcame with her love for theater, writing, and a resilient spirit. Beyond acting, she was also a gifted writer, publishing 2 novels, When She Was Bad in 1992 and Good Time Girl in 1993, and 2 autobiographies, Game Plan, A Woman's Survival Kit in 1990 and Vamp Until Ready in 2003, sharing insights into her career, life experiences, and challenges as a woman in the entertainment industry. Even in her final years, Kate remained active, performing in theater adaptations such as Agatha Christie's Death on the Nile in 2012 and appearing on television in series including Benidorm, leaving behind a legacy of dedication, artistry, and unforgettable performances. Kate O'Mara's life was a testament to her strength, talent, and resilience, and she continues to be remembered for the magnetic energy, depth, and complexity she brought to every role, especially as the unforgettable Caress Morel, whose scheming brilliance and elegance mirrored the same fearless spirit Kate carried throughout her life.